Hello everybody and welcome back to my science room. We have some updates in here I want to talk about today. First of all, have a look at the ceiling. There are 3 cardboard boxes that I glued onto the ceiling here. There's a Devil Dogs box, Diet Coke box, and an Orville Redenbacher popcorn box. And you can look at my whiteboard, which has been updated as well. It now says, welcome to art/science class. Art objectives, science objectives. So basically, not only is this room the science room, but this room is also an art room as well. So we're going to be learning some art stuff in here, but today we're just going to be doing science. But I want to mention a couple more things. If you can see over on this side, you can see over there, that sheet over there is the fire drill and lockdown sheet for the room here. We have that sheet for when we have emergency drills. We still have our chairs over here. That's not going to change for art. When we do art, we still have the chairs here. Okay, so I'm going to talk more about our whiteboard today. Once again, it has the art objectives right here, and down here it has the science objectives. I'm going to read you our science objectives today, because we're not really focusing on art today. We're going to focus on that tomorrow. But today's science objectives, today we're going to be taking a look in this brown bag. We're going to be looking in this brown bag because we want to try to find some kind of experiment out of all the supplies in this brown bag. So basically, let me just show you an example of this. There's all kinds of stuff in this paper brown bag here. What we're doing today is we're looking inside the bag. There's all kinds of supplies in here. All this stuff we can be using for a science experiment. All kinds of stuff in here. See, there's all kinds of supplies we have in here. We can use all these supplies to try to figure out what kind of science experiment we can do next with all of our supplies. So, what I've determined is we can have a peek at all the stuff that we had in the brown bag. If we look, that's all the stuff that came out of the brown bag. Now, what we got to think about is what kind of experiment could we be doing with all this stuff? You know, it might be a hard question, but we got to think. With all the supplies, a couple soda cans, a water bottle, food cans, popcorn bag, you know. Like, what can we do with all this stuff to do a science experiment? We gotta think really hard on this. You know, a lot of you might think it might be tough, but we have to think. Gotta think of some kind of experiment that we can be doing. Some kind of science experiment we can be doing with all of this stuff here. I'll do another science video tomorrow morning, so you can find out what experiment we're doing. And then tomorrow afternoon, we're going to do a lesson on art class. We're going to talk about, we're going to do an introduction to art class, and we're going to start a mini drawing lesson. So stay tuned for that. But again, tomorrow, the first thing I'm going to do, we're going to do a part 2 of this video. We're going to talk about the experiment that we're going to be doing from all these supplies here. And then tomorrow afternoon, probably after 12 p.m., I'm going to do a video showing, we're going to do an art lesson. In here, we're going to start an art lesson. So just stay tuned for those videos, and be sure to have a good day. And I want you to think in your head, what kind of experiment do you think I'm going to think about doing with all this stuff here. I want you to think about that, and then in the part 2 tomorrow, probably around maybe 10, 11 in the morning, I'll make that video. I'll tell you what experiment we're going to be doing, so just stay tuned and try to guess what we're going to be doing in tomorrow's experiment with all this stuff that we got out of the brown bag. Alright? So yeah, we'll see you in tomorrow's video. Stay tuned.